Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm like hanging on by a thread, dude. Ultron, this is the craziest run. I'm so stressed. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. And before we dive into today's Infinity Ultron Max PvE build video, I wanted to do a few things first to remind you of expiring events, particularly this token event. It's very important that you spend your tokens before the timer runs out, so be aware of that. Secondly, be aware that if you're in a country that observes daylight savings, especially North America and South America, I believe, it's going to happen on the 13th. So it's about a week away. A little bit less than a week away, but on Sunday, the time is going to move forward an hour. So the daily reset is usually at 10 a.m. for me, 10 a.m. Eastern. It's going to move forward an hour to 11 a.m. Eastern time. It's kind of annoying that it changes, so I'm just giving you the heads up almost a week in advance. Third thing here, on top of the ones I just mentioned, big shout out to my new alliance, Cybertron, for making it to the grand finals, the final match, the top two in the Alliance tournament. This is the highest form of PvP in Marvel Future Fight, besides like the top three Alliance Conquest alliances duking it out. So yeah, to be here on our basically first week, because the first week that we formed Cybertron, we weren't able to get into ABX top 16 because you don't have any of the scores transferring over when everyone gets kicked and has to rejoin an alliance. So for us to make it to the top two in the very first week is very, very promising. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my attack here against QQ. I apologize, I don't know the rest of your name. Wish me luck here, folks. This is what high-end PvP looks like in Marvel Future Fight. I actually have more HP than he does. But it doesn't matter, because AI also matters, and my AI is getting absolutely obliterated. Wow. I think the only one left is my Doom. Can my Doom 3 versus 1? No, he cannot. So here you go. And it's over. 20 seconds, folks. 20-second fight. Yeah, that was a bit of a slaughter fest. Probably comes down to a couple of different factors. Higher defense, maybe higher Pierce. I'm missing 3% Pierce. And perhaps better lower cooldown for better rotations overall. So unfortunately, I couldn't get my alliance to win there. That's how Alliance Tournament works. If you guys don't know, you have 40 attacks, and then they have 40 attacks, so you technically have 40 defenses, and then whoever has the most points at the end is the one that wins. However, we have been racking up a ton of losses, and IDF Glory, they're very, very good, so kudos to them for winning. So yes. Oh, yes, final thing here. Final piece of house cleaning related to Ultron, finally. We have news. We've had this news for a little bit here. This was updated on March 1st, about what? 7 days ago, a week ago, but they basically posted this: the issue of the text being wrongly displayed in the uniform effect for Infinity Ultron. And I made a video about this almost a week ago. The text says increases basic damage by 40% when attacking machine characters without skills. That sounds ridiculous. This is the most poorly worded passive effect I've ever seen, and we've been here for 7 years together. I was gonna say 8 years. So they have acknowledged that it's wrong. It's not only, it's not wrong in terms of the effect, it's wrong in terms of what the text is saying. So for those of you that have Infinity Ultron, he's not nerfed, and he's not going to be getting a buff from this, but they will be changing what the text says to the following. And this is what it's supposed to say, because this is the effect that it's actually having, which is huge. Increases basic damage by 40% when he attacks characters who do not have the machine ability. So this clears everything up. Basically, he gets a 40% bump to his basic attack stat when he attacks anyone besides machine types. So what that means is anyone besides Master Mold, GBR, anyone who's a machine type in PvP, like Hulkbuster, stuff like that, and then of course himself, Infinity Ultron. So what that means is that you shouldn't expect your Infinity Ultron to do well against the World Boss Legend Infinity Ultron, because they're both machines, and you won't be getting that 40% boost. So it's not that he's weaker, it's just he's losing a buff that he has, and he shows against Knull, against Thanos, against Mephisto, against everyone else. So there really isn't any point to using him. Well, not any point, but you're not getting the full value of this character when you're using him against Infinity Ultron. However, that being said, he's still not bad versus Infinity Ultron. He doesn't have as many like key skill effects, like a lot of lingering damage to make the optimization phases, you know, to stop them from showing up. But I still want to show you how he performs against all 3 World Boss Legends. So there's the build here. We now have, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 Odin's Blessings. We've got a CTP of Energy, and we also have his 4-star artifact equipped, which gives him an increase in his attack, I believe, a 20% increase in his attack for 4 seconds, which is something. And then he also gets iframe ignore for 4 seconds. Nothing too crazy. You're not gonna, you know, throw the bath out for this one. But here we go. We're going to jump into stage 9 of Ultron, then 35 of Knull, then finally 40 for Mephisto. Here we go. Ultron versus Ultron, the fight of the century between these 2 sentient robo beings. And I absolutely love the chain hit damage with a CTP of Energy. And the absolute rip-roaring damage he does on the tier 3. Look at this. Already down near 21 bars. Which is absolutely wild, and I didn't even get to pop the 5th skill off because of targeting, but that's fine. Here he's gonna pop his what's it called, skill? Okay, a little bit janky, but that's okay. We're gonna rip it. Nice. 17 bars, 45 seconds into the fight. You love to see it. Look at that damage. Absolutely bonkers. And for those of you wondering, I tested out using either Proxima's lead or Ultron's lead, especially when you have a CTP of Energy or a Mighty Destruction. Ultron's lead is better. So use his lead, take advantage of it, get all the max damage that you can, and he's going to push us, hopefully. And look at the targeting on the tier 3. He turns around, and you still get so much of that damage guaranteed. It's so good. His tier 3 reminds me a lot of Sharon Rogers' tier 3, except for the bonus fact that you have much, much better targeting. Now, we do lose some time here with this unfortunate skill that he decided to use, but we get to pop off the tier 3, so we actually already pushed him to 9 bars. That's wild. Okay, yeah, this is basically the only phase he's going to struggle on, so I recommend switching to another character that's faster, because otherwise he does super duper well during this fight, despite the fact that he's missing that 40% buff, which would otherwise put him in a league of his own for this boss. So we're going to rip through here, and I believe it was Beast Mode that was actually able to do the 100-second challenge with this Ultron, which is absolutely amazing. We're going to get pretty close here. Yeah, we're not too far off. But, man, he rips it, dude. He absolutely rips it. So good here. So the last one we did with a 180 proc, we did it in 2 minutes. This one is closer to 3 minutes on the runtime. It's probably going to end up being like 2:30 when we calculate all this time that we're losing because of these phases. But you can tell that his damage is so much higher. And yeah, really, really good stuff. Yeah, and that's with the 40% missing. Imagine if you had the 40%. So good. All right, we're almost there on this one. Yeah, having a backup that can run real quick is really helpful for him. And then he finishes him off here. Rips through him. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's how he performs against the boss that he's actually not supposed to be built for as far as the uniform effect goes. And he still does pretty well. Back again, Knull versus Ultron. The revenge tour is in full swing. And here we go. 2+ bars. Ripping it. Ripping the tier 3. Check this out. Boom! Down to 51 bars. And look at this. We dodge the cage. Get another 2+ bars. Absolutely loving it. Get another tier 3. I love how you can just keep pumping out the tier 3s. With Ultron, he does not have any chill whatsoever. He just goes full throttle. Absolutely love it. And Knull just gets obliterated. And you can start to see that 40% increased damage to non-machine types. It's starting to make sense here when we're looking at the time. We're like, dude, you're not even a minute into this fight. And you're already crushing it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is that? 50? Oh, my goodness. If it didn't knock me back, that would have been 55 seconds. This dude's so toxic. That would have been 55 seconds. No worries. No worries. No worries. We're going to pop the tier 3 here. Get that juicy iframe ignore. A nice casual 4 bars of damage. So good. Get a couple more here. Bada bing. And here we go. So good. So there's the 100-second mark, unfortunately. Or we're coming up on the 100-second mark, I should say. But no worries. No worries. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sort of crawling there on that last bar. Okay, I'm going to be stunned until the cows come home. No worries, but there we go. All right. I don't know what happened there, but that's fine. Pop off a bit of cheeky damage, and we're actually going to be able to pop the tier 3 right off here. Getting a little unlucky. Got little tip damage from the symbiotes. Man, this is testing my patience at the moment. There we go. Stand there and take this damage, Knull. Uh-huh. All right, we got the spears coming. He's flying, though. He's flying. Absolutely love it. For an 800 CCF tier 3, this is unbelievably good. And here we go. And I love how the tier 3 just surrounds the arena. Absolutely love it, dude. Okay, nice. Ooh. Gonna be able to get a little rotation off here. A little bit of tickle damage. Okay, nice, nice, nice. We're gonna do double switch. So he's casually beating stage 35. You love to see it. Most villains at this point, even Knull at this point, struggles. Knull needs 2 supports. So he's as good, if not better than Knull with the same build. How crazy is that? When you put it into perspective like that, it's actually super duper impressive. Especially considering he was just a regular 800 CCF tier 3 coming out of the box not too long ago. I didn't want to use all the skills there, but I didn't want to charge up the tier 3. The other thing I love is you can pop the tier 3 here, and it's just fine. And also with the short cooldowns, everything is ready. Yeah, pretty much everything's ready here. Now, he does take a lot of damage, so we do use the co-op skill to then heal up, but he heals up for like 40k. So he is just fine. Now, the one thing I do find that's kind of bizarre for Ultron is that his damage seems very low at this point of the fight. I don't know what it is. But boom, he gets it done with a minute to spare, which means he can keep climbing. If you have more Pierce than I do, or if you just want to push it, he could probably do 39. For a regular 800 CCF tier 3 to be doing stage 39 or close to it of Knull is Moonstone level. So I'm not saying he's as good as Moonstone, but I'm saying my Moonstone with double support does 39 with a little bit of time to spare. So 35 means he can go as high as 36, maybe 37. So he's almost knocking on the door of Moonstone, but now he can actually do 40 of Mephisto. All right, craziest thing about this run is the stage. Honestly, I just could not believe it when I saw it. I'm like, Ultron, stage 40 Mephisto? No way. This is reserved for like Moonstone and Mighty Destruction Hela kind of thing. Not a regular CTP 800 CCF Ultron. But yeah, no, it's true. This dude pops off and does just bonkers damage. And, you know, the low hits that he has on his skills, turns out those have value. Because against Mephisto, you don't trigger the Rage Outburst as often. And so because of that, it's actually really, really good. Yeah, the only place he's going to struggle is here. These movement sigil portions with Doctor Strange, he's pretty slow. He's bringing up the rear, so you do have to bring a track star. So I got my track star with Taskmaster, and we should be. There we go. Yeah, it's a very consistent, like 1 minute or 1 minute and 5 seconds for him to get to the next phase, and he just pops off. And look at this damage. Just a casual 5 bars, no biggie. And then he gets hurt, sure. He comes right back with a crazy heal. Ooh, dodge that, you know, that would have been ugly to get time frozen there. Because not even Ultron can survive that tornado attack from Mephisto. But yeah, otherwise, he crushes it, dude. He's really, really good. We're going to lose a little bit of time here. But here we go. We're right back in it. I'm going to switch to our track star, Taskmaster. And yeah, you either want to bring Taskmaster or Proxima to do this part. Because yeah, if you try to play this with Ultron, not only is he going to be so slow that he might get hit, but he's also going to waste so much time for you. So you really need to plan ahead in that case and bring along someone who does more damage. So that one is a little bit tough. You do need to sort of calculate for that. But yeah. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? I just took the world's damage. Whoa, what was that, dude? All right, we're going to try and finish him off here with, what was that? That damage was crazy. We're going to give him a little tickle here with Mystique. Because that damage was wild. If it wasn't for the heal... Oh, and we got him in the next phase with the iframe ignore on the artifact. It does have value. No way. That was crazy. Yeah, the artifact is actually worth it. Oh, okay, I gotta be careful here. Whoa. Took so much damage just there. All right, gotta be extra careful. I said I had to be careful, but you gotta be even more careful than that. I don't know what happened. I'm getting like bumped by phantoms, but yeah, his tier 3, his artifact actually allows you to then iframe ignore. Oh, don't do this again, dude. Nice long iframe there. Okay, he's gonna do this again. Ah, yeah, that was unfortunate. Okay, he's gonna go into the raid. Okay, we're getting really unlucky. We got time frozen, so we had to use the co-op skill. We're getting really, really unlucky, but I still think we can squeeze this out. Okay. Pop the tier 3. There we go. Nice. Bring him down to half. Nice, nice, nice. Dude, stop doing that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm like hanging on by a thread, dude. Ultron, this is the craziest run. I'm so stressed. Oh, this is crazy. But yeah, you want to switch basically right away when the rage phase happens. It kind of sucks because you lose a lot of tempo and you have to then wait a few seconds. But Ultron is just so slow otherwise. All right. I don't know if we're going to make this. Yeah, we might not make this. We're gonna have to just pop the tier 3 here and see. No, we're not gonna make it. Darn. I think you have to have a lot of time here at the end. And unfortunately, we lost time. We're so close. Yeah, unfortunately. Dang, so close. I'm gonna leave this one in. Just because it's such a good fight. It was actually so incredibly close. Like I was basically just one tier 3 off. And so basically if he hadn't interrupted me on one of those tier 3s where the cutscene came in, I easily would have done this. This is absolutely doable. It's difficult for sure, but the fact that he's even able to get this far is crazy. Like I said, the only characters on my roster that can do stage 40 as villains is like Moonstone with double support. And then before I had her equipped with a Mighty Destruction, Hela with double support. So that's the level that he's at. And I think, honestly, versus Mephisto is where he shines the most. And I think if I gave him a few more Odin's Blessings, he would cruise control through stage 40 and maybe even climb higher if you had more Pierce, like I'm missing 3% Pierce, or if you gave him an even bigger build upgrade. So yeah, really happy with this upgrade. I hope now people can see it for what it's worth, and with that clarification on the uniform, I do think that he will continue to be really good for content because there's not that many machine villains that are going to be highlighted in a big way. So any future villains, any future bosses at all, and even if they're heroes, if they're not machine types, he gets a 40% boost against them, which is amazing. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.